Hi everybody, I hope everyone is doing incredible. If you do not know me, my name is Nicole. I'm a psychic medium. I go by the High Priestess 11 on Instagram, and I'm here today to give you an energy update because this energy has been really intense, and I know you're feeling it because I'm feeling it. So I will give you a little disclaimer. Because I am a channel and medium, I kind of go into trance, and so when I do that, I call it zoning out. I kind of gaze into space and I receive information. Sometimes I hear it, sometimes I feel it, sometimes I see it. And whatever it is I receive, I'm going to be sharing with you. So if you kind of see me gaze off into space, that's what I'm doing. So I made a couple notes. I'm just going to grab my notebook. Let's talk about what is causing this really intense energy and these energy waves that we feel. At the current moment, we are receiving really incredible bursts of electromagnetic energy from the sun. And this energy is little by little changing everything on the planet, including us. It is causing us to go through a spiritual evolution, I think is a great word for it. Our gifts are coming online and the earth itself is changing. And I think that we can see that, and it shows up through the incredibly bizarre weather patterns that we're seeing. Like in California, it is raining like crazy. I think in Buffalo, New York, there was a snowstorm like nothing they've ever seen before. There's earthquakes, there is volcanic eruptions. It kind of seems like everything is going crazy. This is because the earth is changing, just like we are changing. The energy that is coming from the sun is electromagnetic energy, and that affects anything that has or runs on electricity. So our TVs, our phones, our bodies, and the earth. Now, what this energy does when it comes to the planet, it acts like a pressure cooker, or that's what I call it. It kind of turns up the volume on what you already feel. So let's say you are full of love and you are on your healing journey, and your goal is to be a better person. It doesn't matter whether you are in that place or not. It is your intention that is magnified. So if you're a good person and you have good intentions, that energy gets turned up. This can kind of make you a little tired. But after the first integration period of this energy, which lasts usually 3 to 5 days, it might make you very tired, might make you sleepy, might make you hungry. You will definitely be very emotional. And when I say emotional, I mean any emotion. It can be joy, it can be anger, it can be sadness. It just turns up the volume on those emotions. Now, if you are a person that has yet to face themselves, yet to kind of embark on your healing journey, it's turning up the volume of whatever is inside of you at that moment. So that might be regret, or sadness, or rage, or anger. And it's going to turn up the volume on that. So we will be noticing people acting kind of freaking crazy. I noticed that people's driving gets really bad. Another thing that happens is people act ridiculous with each other. And I say driving because that's where we see it the most. Because everybody has to drive. And so that means all people are there. And there's a lot of road rage. There is a lot of car accidents. And this might be something that you might not like to hear, but there will be death as well. And death is not a bad thing. We just view it as bad because it's painful to us to seemingly lose somebody that we love very much. But death is a beautiful transition. It just needs to be understood in a new way. So that's a video for another day. Let's see what else I have in my notes. Oh, another very prominent thing that I'm sure a lot of you are feeling and a lot of you have noticed is throat chakra activations. Now, this doesn't feel like what you would think an activation is. It feels like itching in your throat, or like your throat is dry, or like you need to clear your throat all the time. I noticed this maybe 4-5 days ago, that I woke up and my throat was dry or itchy, and I couldn't figure it out because I know what it feels like when I feel sick, and it doesn't feel that way. It's not a sick feeling. It's just the itchiness or like the discomfort and dryness in your throat. So right now, many of us are experiencing throat chakra activations. That means the universe is sending this solar flare energy specifically to this energy center. So it's kind of like when I see it in my third eye, it looks like a tornado. Like, what is this word? Let me look for it. No, it is. It looks like a tornado, but it's a vortex. That's what it is. It looks like a little vortex coming out of this space. And so it's funneling energy into this area. That means at the same time, the universe is going to begin to trigger you to speak up and say things that you need to say. These things will more than likely be uncomfortable for you to say, but nonetheless, it's going to trigger you to say them. When you speak up and you say the things that need to be said, you do the right thing for yourself and you do the right thing for whoever the person is that you're speaking to. This might make you uncomfortable because if you have a blocked throat chakra to begin with, there's a lot of withholding of your emotions. There is keeping that emotion inside because you don't want to upset people. You don't want to say what you need to say and maybe hurt somebody's feelings. But if your feelings are hurt or you are upset or there's something that you would like to say, you got to say those things, because what about you? You're so busy preserving everybody else's feelings and their emotion, and you put yourself on the back burner. And really, what we're doing here is growing and learning. And how can you grow and learn if you're so worried about everybody else's feelings? Those two things do not hold hands and get along. So do your best to speak up. When you do that, the action of speaking up and speaking your truth kind of blasts your throat chakra open, and it feels so great. You feel alive. You feel like every cell in your body is breathing. The throat chakra is necessary for us to exist in our purpose. How can you be the person that you are supposed to be if you are afraid to speak up? It is impossible. So do your best to do the hard thing. And in this case, it is speaking up. So another thing that's very important for me to mention is not everybody is going to have a throat chakra activation right now. Some people are working on their heart chakra. I believe the last activation that we had was the heart chakra, but not everybody is in the same space. We awaken at different times. Think of it as happening in waves. So a lot of people are still working on their heart chakra. You might feel chest pain. What I explain it as is like somebody has their finger pressed on your heart and it's kind of like poking it and holding it there. So it feels like a little pressure in your chest. One thing that I noticed that really helps with opening your heart chakra is screaming as loud as you can. And I know it sounds silly and something that you do when you have rage, but a lot of us have pain in our hearts because we have been betrayed by the people that are supposed to protect us. We have spent a lot of time in our lives feeling unsafe. And there is energy that needs to be released that is associated with those things. So screaming at the top of your lungs is a very primal thing. And when you do that, you release energy from this area so that way your heart chakra can open completely instead of being blocked by that energy of pain and betrayal. Okay, I'm going to connect to your energy, to the energy that we are experiencing right now, and to our guides to see if they have any specific messages for us. This is a very common thing that I talk about a lot. I think a lot of spiritual teachers talk about this, but you have to let go. You have to let go of the idea that you have for your life. And I know it seems ridiculous to not have a plan. But if you look around right now, everything seems very chaotic. And it seems almost impossible to plan. And I think that makes a lot of you very uncomfortable because it feels dangerous to not have a plan. It feels uncomfortable to not have a plan because your plan, the plan that you make, gives you an illusion of safety. But if we're being honest, there's a quote I don't know exactly how the quote goes, but it says, make plans, God laughs at them. So the universe, and I share this all the time, the universe has a plan, and it's a damn good plan, but you are terrified because you don't know the plan. You're not supposed to know the plan. You have to trust and let go, because what you're doing is holding on to this plan that you have. But the plan does not suit you. It's not the best possible plan. It's the safe plan because you want to be safe and you want to be comfortable. Growth is not in a comfortable space. So do yourself a favor and open up your arms and release the idea that you have for your life, and allow the universe to give you a bigger, better, and more beautiful idea. Letting go is the same as surrender. So, and a lot of people ask me, okay, I'll surrender, sure. How? How do I surrender? And the best thing that I can tell you is give it to God. If there's something that is bothering you, something that you want so bad, and it just doesn't seem to come, instead of trying to make it happen and trying to push, and existing in this masculine energy, instead, grab it and say, okay, God, here you go. I'm giving this to you because clearly what I'm doing isn't working. So I'm handing this over to you, and I'm going to entrust you with this thing that I would really like. If it's for me, please bring it to me. If it's not for me, bring me something better. Bring me what is for me. I give this to you, and then stop worrying about it. And anytime your mind brings it back up and you start to worry again, take that and give it to God once again and say the same thing. Continue to do that. You're going to feel so much more at peace. And I know when I say this to you, it makes you nervous. It does. And that's a human thing. It's kind of terrifying to us to not know. But again, we really never know. We're really not in control of anything, but we think that we are because we have our little plan that we've created in our mind. Let go of that plan, because right now what's happening feels like complete chaos. It feels that way for everybody, and it's supposed to feel that way. Think of it like throwing all the pieces of the puzzle up in the air, and you're like, oh gosh, this is terrifying. But when the puzzle pieces fall, they land in the perfect, correct order. You're just scared at this moment because they're all up in the air. And you're like, oh, this can't be good. When this falls, it's going to be a mess. And I promise you, it's not. It's all going to fall into divine order, and you have to trust that. You have to trust that that's how it's going to go. Because what else are you going to do? Freak yourself out every day? Worry every day? Panic every day? You don't want to live like that. I know you don't. Nobody does. So instead of having that panic in your heart and in your mind and feeling sick to your stomach, because panicking all the time makes you feel sick, give it to God. Let it go. Let's talk about the chaos energy. Chaos energy is necessary, right? Because right now we're experiencing an imbalance of negative energy on Earth. And in order to create order and create balance, first there must be chaos. Because of this chaos energy, you don't want to be in large crowds of people, because people, remember, the volume is turned up. We're in a pressure cooker. You never know when someone that is not okay emotionally and mentally and spiritually is going to snap and behave not in a positive way. So avoid large crowds. Avoid being around so many people, or avoid going places where you feel that you might be uncomfortable. Remember, your intuition will always warn you if you're going to walk into an energetically uncomfortable situation, or if something seemingly bad might happen. You're going to be warned. Listen to that. I think a lot of times when we are warned, it feels like it is extreme to listen to a feeling. Like, let's say I am invited to go somewhere and something's telling me, don't go, don't go, don't go. Sometimes it makes us uncomfortable to listen to that because it's not a rational reason. It's just something telling you, do not go do that thing. So to listen to that, which is, what we should do, it feels a little silly at times. But when you don't listen to it and you go and you have a negative experience or something that could be easily avoided, you kind of beat yourself up because you're like, dang, this something told me not to go and I went anyways. If you don't listen and you end up in this situation, at least you learn that you probably should listen to that thing. And if you stay home and you do the right thing and you listen to yourself, well, good for you. You might hear that something super crazy happened and you avoided the whole thing because you stayed home and you listened to your intuition. So do yourself a favor and listen to that thing when it tells you what to do, because it's not going to tell you, hey, don't go because this is going to happen. That's what it doesn't do. But it will tell you, hey, don't do that. Don't do that thing. It's not going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, because that is a violation of free will. And our guides and our intuition and all of these divine forces around us are not allowed to violate our free will, but they can give us nudges and little whispers. So listen to the nudges and listen to the little whispers, even if it seems kind of ridiculous and you don't have a specific reason why you shouldn't do that thing, but you just feel that you shouldn't. Listen to that. Listen. It's very important. I'm going to connect once again to our guides and see if they have any parting messages for all of us. They want everyone to know that we are all very loved and there is nothing to fear. Obviously, we are not alone. They are with us always. If you need a break, take a break. If you need a break from meditation, take a break. If you need a break from washing the dishes, take a dang break. Take a break. Be nice to yourself. Stop beating yourself up because you didn't get the chores done. Be nice to yourself. Everybody is very exhausted right now. This energy is so chaotic, like I said, and it is very intense. So do yourself a big favor. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace and take a break. Nothing's going to happen if you don't get the chores done today. Give yourself that leeway to do nothing for a day, for 2 days, to watch your favorite movie, to eat your favorite snack, whatever it is. Be chill with yourself. Treat yourself how you would want somebody else to treat you. If you need help, ask for help. It's very important that if you feel you need divine intervention, call on it, ask for it. Your guides will be there. They're here to support you. They are here to support you more now than ever. So if you are having trouble with healing, ask them to help you heal. If you are having trouble with strength to make the right choice, ask for strength so that you may make the right choice. You'll have to ask out loud for what you need. It is very important, and it will change your life once you start asking out loud for what you need help with. Your guides can actually help you because remember, they have to obey the law of free will. So I hope you guys enjoyed this energy update. I will definitely be doing more. I'm going to try my best to be more consistent and present on YouTube and bring you guys lots more videos. So I love you all. Remember, get some rest. Take your energy cleansing baths. If you are not doing that, you better do it. It'll help you so much during this time. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.